Welcome back to another Washington Wizards franchise here. Today we're at the trade deadline, and here you can see the trading block that I had going into this trade deadline. Obviously, I'm not going to get Kevin Durant. Like we all know, he's not going to come over here. But before we jump into the trade deadline, we're going to actually look at the teams might make a move here. See, a lot of these teams are good, and we're right in the middle of the pack of a play-in, so there are teams like us that are just trying to find a spot in our rotation. And one of the guys I was thinking about getting rid of is Will Barton. Looking for teams that might need him, though. I saw the Hawks might want him, but I didn't want to give it to the Hawks mainly because they are still in our conference, and we are not that far away from them. So I checked the Western Conference, and I thought about the Lakers. Definitely possible, which was probably my go-to team, but I was unable to get a trade done with the Lakers. I did try. I don't know if I show it here, but one of the two teams I was thinking was also the Dallas Mavericks, who we did trade Kyle Kuzma to earlier this year. But maybe another small forward helps solidify that starting five would be exactly what they needed. So what I did was I think I used the trade block for Will Barton, and I saw the Thunder wanted to trade a first-round pick for this year or next year. I didn't think that made sense, but the Mavericks needing that, we take on the bad contract at Bertans, we get a future first-round pick, and Will Barton goes to Dallas. Now, the only other trade I would be making here is giving up DeLon Wright and 3 second-round picks to bring back John Wall. We are in a playoff push, and I don't think DeLon Wright or Monte Morris were well enough to be our 2 point guards, so I wanted to upgrade at point guard, and John Wall having a good year for the Clippers on a team that is not in playoff contention. I thought it was a good move. It is a bit risky giving up 3 second-round picks and a younger point guard, but I'm not sure if he's exactly younger. But we get John Wall back in D.C. The only big trade that I allowed, or I did myself, was Bones Highland, KCP, Christian Braun, and a second-round pick, I think, for Terry Rozier, JT Thor, and a second-round pick. Hornets were selling Terry Rozier, and a team that needed him was the Denver Nuggets, who are trying to stay in playoff contention. That was the only big trade that we did this offseason, or this trade deadline. I know probably bigger trades could happen in real life, but for this, we're just going to leave it simple. First game with the new team, you can see we got blown out by the Pacers, but John Wall got 15 off the bench in his first game back. Monte Morris, he got 2. Didn't really play well this game, though. We ended up losing by, I think, 40. I think that's 40. Not really sure. But now here we go and simulate. I was deciding what game I wanted to play here. I ended up deciding the Trailblazers. So that is the game you'll see today. And then we'll simcast. Mainly because the Blazers had a better record. Definitely think I expect the T-Wolves to have a better record, but the Blazers do. You see right before that game, though, we lose to the Warriors. Again, just similar outcome where our team did not shoot well, and the Warriors did. But now we're jumping into this game here against the Portland Trailblazers as we are 30-27. And funny enough, the Trailblazers are right behind us in the standings, even though they're 25-32. You can see the starting fives for both teams. Monte Morris stays in the starting five as John Wall comes off the bench for now. And we are ready to have the tip-off as it's Nurkic versus Gafford here at the center of the Moda Center, and we are underway here as Gafford wins the tip, and quickly the Wizards are on the attack. Adbia goes to the post, finds Bradley Beal, and Beal finds Morris. Morris back to Beal. I don't know what. I guess I was resetting the play for a fading 2, and Beal starts off the scoring day instantly. He takes the 2-0 lead, goes to the post against Anfernee Simons as he posts him down, and he goes to work. He lays it up 4-0 already. All points coming from Beal. We now jump ahead, still 4-0. Beal off the double pick finds Abia for 3. He drills it. It's now 7-0 Washington. Quickly though, after a slow start, Lillard gets the Blazers on the board with a fading 3. It's now 7-3 here, as it's basically a showdown on Valentine's Day against Beal and Lillard. Beal will look to answer back right away, though, as he gets the pick and hits the fading midi wide open here. 9 points, 6 of them for Beal, 3 of them for Abia, and no one else is on the board for the Wizards. Josh Hart drives inside, gets contested, misses, but Nurkic gets the offensive rebound and lays it up to make it a 4-point game here. Now it's a 2-point game. Bradley Beal back, fading midi again. Pump fakes, decides to slow and just take the standing one. Either way, it was an open midi that he was probably going to hit. Now 11-9, Beal step back, he passes out to Porzingis. On Simons, that's a mismatch. A double team comes. Abia moves to mid-range. He hits the easy jumper from the top of the free throw line there. It's now 13-11. Beal drives, kicks out. Abia for 3. He drills it. There are 16 points in this game. 8 of them from Abia and 8 of them from Beal for the Wizards. On the other end, Lillard hits the 3 to answer right back. Now 18 all. Beal hits the corner to Abia, and it's still Beal and Abia scoring all 21 of the points. Easy layup, or not easy layup, sorry, easy contest there for Porzingis. It's Abia now on the other end, drives, kicks out to Beal. Beal sits in the corner and waits for a screen from Gafford. Gets the step back midi wide open, 23-18. These two have every point for the Wizards. On the other end, it's Josh Hart slamming it down. And it is now a 3-point game. Beal back on offense as he dribbles it up and throws it down. Bradley Beal over, I think that was Josh Hart. He gets the slam. It's now a 5-point game. Some subs check in as Sean Wall. He gets a little standing ovation even though we are in Portland. But it ends up going to Beal anyway, and Beal drives, fades, and he's going to hit that 9 times out of 9. He drills it. It is now a 5-point game. Wall, his first offensive possession, pump fake, draws the foul, they get blocked. And his first point back in Washington, D.C. will be a free throw. You see he's averaging about 17 a game for Los Angeles. He ends up going 1 for 2 here at the line. So he only has 1 point. As you can see here are the standings. Like I said, we are the 9th seed as Portland is the 10th. So this is a pretty important matchup, even though the difference is like 3 games or 2 games. They only say it's 1. Beal pump fake, gets someone in the air, and throws it down on the drive. It's 18 in the first quarter for Bradley Beal. Kispert gets gets in on the action here with an open 3, a find from John Wall, and to end the half, the first quarter, Grayson Allen throws up a full court shot and misses. It's been all Bradley Beal and Denny Avia, really, for the first quarter. Damian Lillard was really one of the 2 big names scoring on the other end as he starts the second quarter with a wide open 3. You'll see here we get in a little bit of a scoring drought for us as we stay at 33 for a while, as the Blazers just keep coming in and hitting shots. It's back-to-back 3s that they hit. Now 1-point game. Josh Hart fading midi. He gets it. It's a timeout, and now it's 34-33 as Portland's still up. Again, transition. Lillard, easy layup. It's 36-33 now. Finally, it's Hart. Misses, and it is blocked. Gafford gets the ball. On the other end now we go in transition. They find Morris. Morris finds Josh Green on the cut, and it ends the scoring drought at about 4 minutes almost of no points for the Wizards. And somehow the largest deficit was 3 for them. Either way, Lillard answers right back as he puts a dribbling clinic on Morris. Gets inside, draws the foul on Gafford. He would end up hitting both free throws, or I guess just one. I thought it was both. Right back at him, though. Josh Green in the corner for 3. He got enough space to let it fly and drills it. One of the matchup, or the key points of emphasis for the Washington was to attack Anfernee Simons, as he was the weakest defender. Nurkic gets an open midi. It's a 1-point lead for Portland yet again. It's 39-38. On the offensive side now, Gafford backs down, finds Morris, gets trapped, just throws up a prayer and somehow hits the layup. It was either that or kick it back out to Gafford. I like my chances on the layup. On the other end, Anfernee Simons wide open for 3. I don't know why Gafford backed up I guess he just didn't want to foul him. Either way, it's a 2-point game. Abia brings it up here as he's looking now to get the ball into the hands of, it looks like Monte Morris here. And he will proceed to drive inside. He kicks out Josh Green, corner 3. He throws it up quick, and he drills it to give a lead back to the Washington Wizards. On the other end, it's stolen. I think that was Carey with the steal. Wall brings it up, finds Gafford in the paint, and he lays it up now for a 3-point game for Washington. John Wall, now it's a 1-point lead, dribbles again, looks for the pick from Gafford. He will take the fading midi, but he is not going to make it. But Gafford on the offensive rebound, throws it down with authority, I guess. It's just an easy two-handed slam, but whatever. Javon Carter now on the other end, he misses, but Watford gets the rebound and just kicks it right back to him, and he's not going to miss twice. He ties the game at 47 with about 3 minutes left in the half. Now we look, it's Bradley Beal, drives inside, step back, hits it over Jeremy Grant. That is 20 points for Beal in the half. John Wall would miss a open 3, but get the offensive rebound. And one thing I liked is the offensive rebound goes to great ball movement. John Wall would drive in, find Beal. Beal gets double teamed, gets Kispert. Kispert will hit the open 3. And now it's 52-47. Staying with that score, though, Beal would go for the pick. He would go for a step back. And again, the ball movement to Porzingis. I thought there was more passes than that, but I guess it was just one. Porzingis just decided, I'm going to shoot it. And he drills the 3 for his first point of the game. Beal, here was the ball movement part I was talking about. Carey out to Porzingis. Porzingis to Wall. Wall inside to Kispert. Cutting inside as he throws it down off the offensive rebound, which was very big. Another missed fadeaway there in the post for Beal. He ended up ending the half, missing like 3 or 4 shots. Grayson Allen drives inside, hits the layup with about 8 seconds left. And again, like I said, he would miss another shot here with about 4 seconds left. But he still ended the half with like 20 points, 5 assists. He had a great first half here. And now they are up, 8? Yeah, 8 points going into the half. You see the biggest trade here. Just to highlight that trade. I will say, I think they got a first-round pick of the future with Rozier, so I definitely think the Nuggets won that trade. We'll see how it pans out, though. As you can see, the halftime stats, Lillard's the leading player for Portland, who only has 12 points, as Beal has 20. We now go into the second half, and here Portland starts off with Jeremy Grant kicking out Josh Hart for 3. Wide open, he's going to hit it. Now it's a 5-point game here. Right back, Portland again. Josh Hart drives inside, finds Jusuf Nurkic as he hits the little layups there to make it a 3-point game. Gafford sits in the post, and we find Beal again after a little drought, but Beal comes out, and he's still on fire. 23 points now on the night after that 3-pointer. But it's answered right back. Lillard fading 3 to the left. He will hit it, keeps it a 3-point game. Simons now at the top of the key will get a pick and roll. Great pass here by Simons to find Nurkic in the paint. Draws Gafford out, makes the pass, and it's just wide open after that. Now outside, now we go to Porzingis. He will go over to Monte Morris, who goes right back to him on the cut. And it's an easy slam for Porzingis here. 64-61, Lillard in transition. Gets slowed down by Josh Green, but then he gets by him, and it's an easy layup there for Lillard as he started to catch a little bit of fire here as he gets another open layup and one over Porzingis. He would take the lead and extend it to a 2-point lead for them. But on the other end, Porzingis will say, all right, I'll get my own and one over Trenton Watford. Okay, yeah, you know. Either way, he gives the lead for the Wizards back to 1. John Wall drives inside. He can't hit the layup, but Vernon Carey Jr. on the offensive rebound. He puts it up instantly, and he gets... It might have been his first point of the game, but he had 9 rebounds at that point. We get the first field goal here for John Wall on a 360 layup off a lob. Yeah, that's John Wall for you. Easy, nice little lob. Now it's a 3-point game here for Washington. Hachimura drives inside, kicks out Josh Green in the corner for 3, and that's one of his specialties as he's been doing that in Dallas and now in Washington as he was the main piece of the Kuzma trade. See John Wall drives inside and gets an easy layup again. It's about an 8-point game at this point as Wall goes to back down, finds Hachimura in the paint, and it's again a 10-point lead now with about 40 seconds left. But the Blazers will end their scoring drought as they hit a layup in the paint with about 40 seconds and change to go. And then on the last possession, Kispert will kick it to Wall, who will try to get something going here at the end of the third. Wall kicks it out to Porzingis with about 5 seconds left. Porzingis just drives down, bullies his way into the paint, and gets the easy layup. It is an 80-70 game here going into the fourth quarter, and this is where the Washington Wizards would step it up. But not after the Trailblazers try to keep this game close. Amber Simons hits the fading midi off the screen from Jeremy Grant. Definitely good there. He had 9 points at this point. The only problem with it is he was guarding Bradley Beal, who had 25. Morris on the pick. He will go right back at him with a fading midi of his own. He only has 4, but he makes it a 10-point game again. Now Bradley Beal on offense. He would drive, kick out to Morris, who kicks it inside to Gafford, who got the advantage over Nurkic. Easy layup for him. Now it's Damian Lillard inside. He'd hit the tough little layup. And you can see these two are going back and forth at the bottom there. Only one make field goal separating the two and 1 point. And you can see Abia kicks out Hachimura. He would go in and out on that layup there. The mid-range. Hart would then dribble it up to Lillard, back to Hart in the paint, wide open. It's a 6-point game. How convenient Josh Hart is playing on Valentine's Day. We go right back at him, though. Monte Morris gets into the paint and lays it up to make it a 10-point game. Wizards then find Bradley Beal, drives inside. Tough little layup over Anfernee Simons. He will hit it for 27. And then next possession, he go again inside over Anfernee and make it 29 on the night. A 14-point game here as Damian Lillard goes for the step back, contested by Morris. A great contest there. Rebound Advia. And then they would find Bradley Beal again. Kicks it out. Monte Morris for 3. He drills it. And that basically was the third to last dagger here. Bradley Beal hitting the fading midi to hit 33 on the night. And then the dagger was here with Daniel Gafford going inside. Easy slam. We'd play a few more minutes, and then I decided to simcast at about 104 to 83. We'd win this game 113-93. As you can see, Lillard was the only one really scoring for the Trailblazers. I know Nurkic went 5 for 5, which is pretty nice, but he didn't really shoot the ball too well. And as for us, Bradley Beal was the main one scoring. But when we got the other guys involved, it was hard to stop this team. Now, as we go to simulate the All-Star break, we will start off by simulating the game against the Timberwolves. But before we do that, Porzingis wanted to re-sign here in Washington, and I thought instead of risking the shot of the player option, we should re-sign him. So I went to do that, and since he was happy to be here, I thought I had a little bit more flexibility. I wanted to make a championship team with Porzingis on the team. So I knocked it down to about 27 mil on 2 years, team option being the third year, but we'll front load the contract as well. That way he gets it most of his money in the first 2, and then if we keep him for the third, he'll get less money. He accepts it. He's staying in Washington for at least 2 more years. And in the game we simulated, we won by like 40 against Trailblazers. And his first game with that contract, he drops 27. You see Beal and Wall both got 21 that game. This game basically decided if John Wall was a starter or not, I believe. It might have been the next few games. But either way, we now go to the All-Star break as we start with simcasting the Rising Stars game. I didn't want to play these 2 games. I know the All-Star game, we definitely had Bradley Beal in the All-Star game. But I know the Rising Stars game, I don't think we had anyone, or if we did, it was like Advia, and I wasn't really too interested in playing this game. You can see here we simcasted, and I believe this is Team USA that won. Yes, it is. Team USA takes up the victory as Boncaro gets 20 as he is leading the way, even with Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham and Jalen Green. That's a stacked team if you just look at it like that. They ended up beating Team World, though, 117-108. I assume Banchero won like the MVP of the game or whatever they call it. I don't watch the All-Star break that often, so I wouldn't know. But eventually I will go through all the stats, I think, quickly. I just kind of look at the top scorers. See, Holmgren was in there. Benedict Mathurin got hurt in that game. We then jumped to the three-point contest. I simulated the first round. You can see all the contestants there. You can see the big three there. It ended up being Curry, then Hield, then Doncic. Curry was the worst of the three that went on to the next round. I simulated this one on accident. I did not mean to. But in the final round, he ended up getting only 19, which in the three-point contest, you want a little bit more than that. We then go to Buddy Hield, and this one I simulated on purpose because I assumed he would not outscore Curry. But that's exactly what Buddy Hield did. He got 22, and now for the big boy, Luka Doncic. Looking here, he had the most after round one. He looks to win the three-point contest. He starts in the corner here, and I believe we see he hits three. He misses four, and the money ball, he misses. So he only goes 2 for 5 there. On the wing now, he starts off hitting the first one and the second one. Hits the third one, of course he does. Hits the fourth one. Does he hit the money ball? He airballs it. Okay. Mountain Dew ball, he shoots, and he does not make it. 6 points here with about 40 seconds left as he hits the first two from the top of the key. Misses the third. Misses the fourth. The money ball does go in, though. The second Mountain Dew ball from deep, and he misses both of them, which was very big. Money ball time, or the money rack time. He hits the first two. He misses the third. He hits the fourth. He misses the fifth. So I think at this point he had no shot of winning. But he tries to finish it out. He only made the money ball, which doesn't add up right because that would be 2. But whatever. Either way, Buddy Hield wins the three-point contest as he's this year's, three-point contest winner. With 22, he dances in the middle because we don't have trophies or anything in this game for some reason. We then jump ahead to the dunk contest. Here are the competitors here. I simulated the first round because the first round was not that interesting. But Ant Edwards had 47, Zion 45, and then Jalen Green and Sharp barely got 30 and 35. But we'll start off with the second dunk here for Zion Williamson. Pretty sure everyone projected him to be the winner in this thing. His first dunk got him in second place with 45, and then he goes between the legs. Pretty sure that's almost exactly what his first dunk was. Or his first one was like a 180. It was very simple. None of these dunks were that big. You see here he scores a 39. So to win, Ant Edwards would need less than a 37, I believe, if my math is correct. Because he was leading the first round by 2. So he would need 36 or lower to win. He goes and does a simple 360. Jalen Green's hopping over there like he just won the dunk contest. But it's a 31. Yeah, Zion might have just won the dunk contest because Anthony Edwards went for a 360. We gotta fix this, 2K. Why is the dunk contest that simple? That is just very bad. But Jalen Green does a simple little double clutch reverse dunk type thing. He wasn't going to win unless he got like a 49 or something like that. He got a 30. So, obviously, he wasn't winning. And then we then go to Shaedon Sharp, who literally might have needed a 50. And I don't even think the 50 would have won him. He only got 30 in the first one. You needed to pull out the car and Blake Griffin stand on top of the car and dunk over both of them. And that's the dunk he did. Yep, well, let's update this. I might have to user control them next time to do some cool dunks. Yeah, that got a 47? Okay, yeah. Let's just get over with this. He didn't win. It was Zion. Zion took it, as everyone predicted. But now we cut over to the All-Star game here, as first we look at the All-Star teams, because I accidentally simulated that last episode. As you can see, our only All-Stars, Bradley Beal as a reserve. See the captains were Luka and Giannis. You see the starters, you see the bench. It's basically everyone you expected. It's not really anyone different. I will say Brendan Ingram, I did not expect to make it. But I did show Bradley Beal's stats because that's what's important right now. Beal is our player. We have him on a big contract, and he's doing very well this year. And then we'll simulate the All-Star game here, as of course the fourth quarter is the Kobe rule, and I still don't really know how that works when I simcast, but it does work. Except, I mean, they got 25, but whatever. You can see here the stats for everyone. Tatum led Team Luka to the win. You can see in the East, Bradley Beal only had 3 points. He only took 2 shots. Kind of depressing, but I mean, he didn't really play too much compared to everyone else. He did play a little bit more than Kawhi and Garland, though. And then you'll see the other side of things, I believe, if I show it. It was just basically Booker and company. Booker was the leading scorer, so I assume that's why they said him. But that would basically do it for the All-Star break. Nothing really interesting happening. I mean, the dunk contest was meh. 3-point contest was not expected to be won by Buddy Hield, but he won it. We then simulate the next 2 games, as our next game will be the February 28th matchup against the Hawks. So we simulate, or with Simcast, the Knicks game, and we would proceed to lose this game at home after beating them in the Thriller at the Garden. Basically, they showed that they are the better team, and that last game was just a fluke. 127 to 113 was the final score. Emmanuel Quickly was actually their leading scorer. But you'll see here our stats. Porzingis led the way. Beal did alright. John Wall having 16 off the bench. And Monte Morris was doing 9, 8, and 5. You see Quickly, RJ, Brunson, Reddish. I don't know what Killicam Reddish is doing against me, but I want him to stop. After that game, though, Morris moved to the bench and John Wall moved to the starting lineup, and he got 32 minutes a game. And you can see here, this was our rotation running in to the next game against the Chicago Bulls. Did not expect to win this game at all, I'll be honest, and we would proceed to do exactly that, lose the game. Next episode will be a game against the Atlanta Hawks, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know it wasn't very big during the trade deadline, but what you expect. I like our team, and we're making a little push. Guys, thank you all for watching. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. I'm out. Peace.